So after the big play on fourth, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and run right on the option. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 15-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Disrupting that play and dropping him was Arnold Ebiketie. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. He'll decide to keep this once more. And this is going to be back-to-back tackles for a loss here as the Falcons defense yet again drops him behind the line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. The Vikings with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they go to work on a 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings go up by 2 touchdowns. Nagar now for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive spans 13 plays, and it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. So for the 2nd time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. Past the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Chase Claypool, 75 yards. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. Taken in at the 3. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Dalvin Cook taking the field for the Vikings' next possession. And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning. So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll go option to the short side. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. And that'll go for a gain of 18 on the keeper. First down.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it. Most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
40 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the C's opened up for him.
And complete right side to Cook.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. That's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup of someone trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Cook is in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Well, CD, that's his 2nd touchdown already. And how about this offense? 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
An absolute total team effort right now. And let's face it, I don't think he's done. We're still in the first half. There's a lot of time left to go. I don't know what they're going to do on the other side trying to slow him down. But right now, he's feeling it.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So out come the Falcons now.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. 1 play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. This is Stewart again. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now.
And this will be a Falcons first down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Forced out, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Za'Darius Smith, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Looking to throw.
That's caught. It's Bryan Edwards.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
And you see Dalvin Cook in the offense heading back out. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the 2nd quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
the leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Here's Mon.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. 5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on third down.
Mon looks to throw.
And he's got his tight end, that's Smith. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Mon going to throw it.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's second down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
2 now for the point after.
It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Dalvin Cook taking the field for the Vikings' next possession.
He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Mon's throw pulled in by Jefferson.
Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. From the 45 on second down, Mon.
And he's got this to Jefferson.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 21.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Vikings will extend their lead here just before halftime. An extra point by Nagar is up and good.
And the lead now up to 14. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it's polished off by a Viking score.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it.
Ready.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get our tour started out at Venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. And that one is still scoreless as they play in the second quarter. Next, we head off to check out another game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. With that, we take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Vikings. And the ground game has been a big part of why they have this big lead. And you have to figure they'll lean on it a little bit more in the third and fourth quarters. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they did even less on the ground as they've struggled to get the run game going. We're just about set to get back to it. Both teams making their final adjustments, and we'll head back to Atlanta and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The Falcons ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. Well, the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Up the middle now with Stewart. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make the play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
A big play there on the catch and run. 47 yards. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked by the linebacker, Brian Asamoah. And the Vikings force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. They run it again with Cook. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
From the gun, here's Mon. Over the middle, complete. It's Cook. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Come on, set.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 62 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
From Falcon territory now, here's first and 10 at the 47. Cook now off the read up. Now Cook hit and he lost the football. But a Viking was able to corral this one, and Minnesota will keep possession. The fumble on first down now. Here's second down. Cook now off the read option. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. And on third and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. The drop to throw. Under pressure is Mon, and he'll go down. Drop for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. And here's Ryan Wright now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
Check pink. Opposite. Green.
Now Stewart on first down. Zadarius Smith able to get him down.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run. Able to hit his target, Claypool.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 45-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and that's enough to move the chains. From Viking territory now, they'll come up first and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Ready, ready.
Stewart on the counter. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
2nd and 4. And his throw is incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
They're going to look to throw. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 26. Going to get to the line to run another play. So back now here on EA Sports. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the 4th. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Edwards. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. 2nd down and 3. Now a handoff, running left. It's bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. And the Vikings pick up the football. He's at the 40, the 20. And they are going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings.
Nagar now for the point after.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready.
At their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Dancing to his left. That's complete over the middle to Stewart. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Back to throw.
He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. Ritter on target to Pitts for a Falcon 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only 1st down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he slides to avoid the hit. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
I like how he hung in there and went through his progressions, but eventually his internal clock went off and told him it was time to make a run for it, and he ends up sliding down with a solid gain.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. A dump off here to Stewart. So nothing doing there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly.
2nd and 10.
Ready?
He'll drop to throw. Complete to Bryant.
And they'll work this down inside the 30. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Juju Smith-Schuster, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. The fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
You ready to rock? Ready, ready.
They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think he continued to do so.
Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Ready.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now Mon. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has. Percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. On 3rd and goal, they're going to run the option. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Here we go, here we go.
On 4th down, Mon. Touchdown! A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Vikings are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. Extra point by Nagar is up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Falcons 21.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. He completes it to Stewart.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Let's go.
Back to throw again. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. They'll set up to throw. Completion here to Claypool. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
It's the game of 7. Brings up 3rd and 1.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining.
So after the 4th down conversion, now 1st and 10 inside the 25.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Vikings, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Arizona to take on the Cardinals.
Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's so many given Sunday magic. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up,